Man, my hip, left hip in the back. Holy crap. Then by midday, right across the center of my back. Then just after that, flash thunderstorm. Then it cleared up, and now it's a beautiful day again. It's a beautiful day. Good evening and welcome once again to the Whiskey Cowboy Live. Tonight's date is June 21st, 2026. It is a Sunday. Sunday. I'm going to see who's in. We got nobody in here yet. So I got to finish something up here. See if somebody's going to come in. No, we'll see. We got a good show tonight if folks show up. Just going over my Facebook stuff to make sure that things are up and running right. Scooby-Doo. Check all my stats as I'm letting folks wander in. Oh, there's Laurel. She says, "Hi, I was checking the boy for ticks." Sounds good, looks good, thank you. Yeah, it's going to be one of those years. I had a tick in the house. I think I'd gotten it from out in the backyard when I was doing some work. A little baby tick. Found it crawling on me. I heard other places it's going to be quite the year. Looks like we got some folks sliding in now. It has been quite the couple weeks, I'll tell you that much. Quite the couple weeks. I am really tired of of idiots. I lost 50 followers in about a day and a half. Now, granted, I got 34,000 and change, but I lost 50, all due to one thing that I dared. I had the sheer audacity to criticize and give my opinion contrary to how Donald Trump is handling the Iranian situation. Now, I backed his play when he went in. I said, I'm backing your play, but here's a couple caveats. No feet on the ground, and get in there, get it done. Bomb the shit out of them. Get it taken care of. And he's been playing games. Now, I wrote the commentary, and it's up there. Nobody else can comment on it. And it's closed for comments, not because I like disagreement, that I don't like disagreement. I give a shit about disagreement. What I care about is whether or not you deal with what I actually said, or whether you're just going to come in and you're going to call me a bunch of fucking names and spout off at the mouth. I'm not putting up with that shit. So I personally showed a handful to the door, and then the rest. And then a bunch of people send me messages, and they post up on other content. I'm a bitch, I'm a little bitch, and I'm a pussy, and I'm not a real cowboy because I close comments. And it's like, no, I'm not here for your abuse. I don't put up with that shit in the real world. I ain't going to put up with it online. So I'll close the content down. Laurel says he totally fucked that up. Yes, he did. Because he acted as if he was dealing with normal people. He wasn't dealing with normal people. They knew that they could slow roll it. That's why I didn't comment all last week when they announced, when Trump and J.D. Vance started chest puffing and saying how, oh, they got a great deal, but they weren't going to show anybody. Well, the fucking Iranians did. Or at least they showed something that they claimed was the deal. And they were supposed to go Friday to Switzerland and shake hands over the matter. And the Iranians pulled out. Gee, fucking imagine that. The Trump administration was saying one thing, and the Iranians were saying another. Gee, sound familiar? That's what's happened since day fucking one. So I point this shit out and say how this can affect the midterms. If we're still in a conflict with Iran and the prices of gas go up again, because they had dropped down, as soon as they said, we've announced a plan, an agreement with Iran, we're paying under $4 a gallon here. That's easy. $4.25. Most people aren't going to flinch. You get up higher than that, people flinch. We're back down under $4. Gas prices go up, it's going to affect the midterms. We had the ability to bomb the shit out of them and take whatever the fuck we wanted to. Wipe them out. The people wanted us to do that. But no, Trump played it like he plays everything. This isn't like an everything. So I dared speak my mind, which I'm not the only person who thinks this. So I get personal insults. I get people calling me names. When I say call me, these people were acting worse than liberals did. Man, the rabid right, the Trump zealots are worse than the fucking TDS liberals. If you can imagine, they are horrible. Oh, I lost credibility with them. I lost credibility because I wouldn't put up with shit. I can't tell you the number of comments. I normally agree with you. Hey, Judy, welcome to the show. I normally agree with you, but on this we disagree and you're a piece of shit. Well, gee, so you're going to agree with me 99.9999% of the time, but when I dare open up my fucking mouth about Donald Trump in a negative way, because I give him honest critique, then I'm a retard, I'm an asshole, I'm a motherfucker, I'm a little bitch. I mean, come on. You people are fucked in the head. And that's why the left says Trump supporters are zealots. That's what I get all the time. When I praise Trump, when it's hey, he's doing good. Let's give him kudos for this. Then I get accused of being MAGA and a cultist. Number one, I'm not a cultist. I only voted for Donald Trump once. So you do the math. This time I couldn't avoid it. I'm not MAGA. I'm not even a Republican. I am a constitutional conservative that speaks my mind and looks at things critically. And folks, they can't. It's amazing. It's amazing. There's a couple. Trump and marijuana are two issues that are difficult to broker on Facebook amongst the right. Marijuana and Trump. Because there's people out there that think that marijuana it's a harmless drug. Oh, it doesn't do anything. Like there was a discussion. Hey, since when does somebody on marijuana commit a violent crime? Oh, fucking quite regularly, thank you. Yeah, there's been studies on it. Yeah. Oh, that's only because alcohol was involved. Wrong. Go read the studies. Plus, the marijuana that's out there right now is magnitudes higher in all chemical components than it was when we were growing up. It's like the difference between 80 proof whiskey and 150 proof whiskey. That's how different marijuana is now. It ain't the same damn thing. People who have smoked marijuana for long term, it's been shown that they have a proclivity for violence. This is long term use. Why? Because it rewires the brain. People think that, they fall for the, I know Bob, he smokes marijuana. You know Bob when he's chilled out. You don't know Bob when he snaps. You watch TV and movies and shit like that, and the stoners are all mild and, oh yeah, peace out, brother, and they're all peace. That's not how it works in the real world. That's how the majority of people react to marijuana. But it's not how all of them do. And there's a growing proportion of marijuana users that's not the case at all. Here's another thing that the people don't understand. Marijuana, the THC and chemicals, they build up in your body, but you need more of it to get the same effect. There's a lot of issues with it. It's not like alcohol. Oh, it's like alcohol. It is not like alcohol. Long-term alcohol use has problems. Yes, you fry your liver. You're done. You can have a lot of problems. Alcohol has a lot of downsides. But in moderation, it ain't bad for you. In fact, certain amounts and certain types can actually be good for you, especially in moderation. But to claim that alcohol and marijuana are, they're equally as bad, and no, they're not. No, they're not. How's about this? Nobody's gotten into a car accident by smoking marijuana. Bullshit. Here's the problem. This is what I said a long time ago when they started making marijuana legal around the country, is they're going to have to start testing for fucking marijuana. And the problem is THC builds up in your system. Yeah. So if you had it in the last 30 days, it's still going to be in your system. How are you going to, so you're going to have to do other tests. It's a hard thing to test for. But what they have done is they've done actual driving tests with people, just like they did with alcohol. They've done tests. This is how the person drives sober. This is how they drive with one drink. This is how they drive with two drinks. They've done the tests. They've done it with marijuana as well. And guess what? You are greatly impaired when you're high on marijuana. But that's why they got a cover of driving under the influence. You don't have to be driving while under the influence of alcohol. No, it's under the influence or impaired. Driving while impaired or under the influence of anything. Could be cough syrup. You can get a ticket for distracted driving too. People don't know that shit. You can get a ticket for distracted driving. You and your spouse are having a fucking dust up in the car on your way home from a party or wherever, and you ain't got any drugs or alcohol in you, but you're a rip-roaring fight and you're distracted and you get into an accident, guess what? You can get a ticket for that shit. Distracted driving. People think they know. They don't know. But whatever. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day out there. So far, we got the gals in. We got more than the gals watching the show, but I only see 2 gals up there. But yeah, I had to. So I lost 50. I lost 50. Well, it says Happy Father's Day to you. Thank you. But I've gained them back and then then some in the last uh, 12 hours. I've gained those. Well, I'll say I went before we went for a drive this morning, and I found a new lake to go canoeing in. Might get out there this week. Don't know. We're supposed to have rain all week. I have no fucking idea, but I might get out there. I was down to 48. So 34,048. Now I'm at, let me go and get you the exact count right now. Insights. Okay. So before we went out for the drive, which was about, I think it was 10. It was about 10 o'clock. I was at 34,048. Right now I'm at 34,112. So I made up the difference. I made up the difference. So, yeah. It annoyed me. Laurel knows the deal. It annoyed me seeing the way these zealots treated me. Some people I just let it water off a duck's back. That's fine and dandy. I'm a man with a heart, a soul, a conscience. I try to be as stoic as possible, but I ain't a sociopath. So when I get that shit coming in, it bothers me. It bothers me. It bothers me. But like I said, we're going over. Maybe we'll see whether I can bust 35,000 by Friday. Don't know. I may or may not be able to get my store operating by July. I got 1 week. I've been busy and other shit in life. Oh, I ain't been into it. I want to get the Lincoln fixed. I'm done sanding. I'm done prepping. I need to wash it good and either Bondo or I got to look at it. It ain't going to be cheap. I'm probably going to have to put another $50-$60 in filler to take care of what I have. I've got the paint already. I got the red paint. Y'all know that. I got the red paint already. But I got to get it all filled and sealed. I'd like to get that done. Because I want to get that out on the water. I want to do some slower, steadier kneeling. I can't kneel in my new canoe. It's just not big enough. I can kneel in the Lincoln. She's a 16-footer. Wide, steady platform. I want to get her done, and I was hoping. I don't know if I'm going to get it. I hate telling my plans. Every time I tell somebody my plan, something comes up. But I want to get her done this week. I'll get the shop up and running when I can. For my own damn sanity, I'd like to get this done. And she's heavy, but I'll be able to get it. I'll be able to manage it. So, yeah. Last couple weeks have been a doozy. It's been a doozy. The missus got her blood work done this week. Laura says, get out on the water. Yeah, I got that new lake. It's a little lake and it's got a long canal. While we were out, after I let the missus know where, because she's like, I can't find it on. So she doesn't know how to do it on her cell phone. So I pulled over and said, look, Google Maps, boom, hey, and it'll show me right where I'm at. There's the lake, blah blah blah. So then she did some research on it, and some gals were saying that they took their kayaks out on it, and from the launch that said that it was a 4-hour trip for them. So that's 2 hours one way, 2 hours back, which kind of makes sense. That's a decent day out. You've got the pond. It's a 35, give or take, probably more give, 35 plus acre lake. And then it's got a canal that goes on down to a dam. And the canal's, it's a river. so when I go out on that, I'll take some video for you folks so I can share it with you. Judy says, nice. Yeah. Looked like a nice place. Looked like a nice place. I think I can show you. I wonder if I can show you. I should be able to show you. Should be able to do a street view, too. Let's see if I can find it. It's in Hopkinton. Oh, come on now. Sorry, there's been an error. No shit, Dick Tracy. I haven't gotten good. God, I haven't got to the good stuff yet. Tonight's coffee is okay. Remember, I like Dunkin' Donuts. Chocolate covered strawberry. And we can't find it. So the missus has been searching for coffee for me. And got one in the other day. Here we go. And it's a special edition. Go figure, right? Special edition Dubai chocolate strawberry. Special edition Dubai chocolate strawberry. It's from Paramount Roasters. Let's see what they got. It says it's got flavor notes as rich chocolate, pistachio cream, crispy naff, and strawberries. And yeah, that's what it tastes like. Not as much of a bite, because this is a medium roast. The other one's a dark roast, and it's dark chocolate. Yeah, Judy says, "Oh, I bet that's good." Oh, it's good. It's good. Smells good when it's brewing too. Yeah, creamier. Yeah, because it's got pistachio cream in it. It's a creamy strawberry. It's very pleasant. It's very pleasant. Okay, here we go. This is Hopkinton. Oh, this is Hopkinton right here. This is Hopkinton. This is all of Hopkinton. And where I usually, when I go, this is one of the places I go to. Stumpville. What the hell is it called? Stumpville. Stumpfield Boat Launch, which is right up here, up in here. And I go out here, and this is just a big area. It's really big. So sometimes I'll come out here, and I'll just go out to here, and then I'll just run out through here, and then come up through here. And this is nice. This is like a river, but it's just connects to the back. So this is where I go, and I'll come up here a little bit, but not very far. There's a big bridge here, and then this is all big open. I've never been down here. I've been just past the bridge and then up through here. Now, that's one of the places I go. But on our drive, we come down through, let's see here. There is we come in from Concord Way when we go to Vermont. And we come zipping down through here. And then we get on the Franklin Park Freeway, and we zip down through here. Okay. Well, before you get there, you can come down here, which is Sugar Hill Road. We've never been down there before. We went down Sugar Hill Road on our drive today. And this is where we came, right here. See right here, this is called Drew Lake. Drew Lake. And you remember I said it's a lake up here, and then it's got like a river. They call it the canal, and it comes down. And it comes down here to a dam. So that's where I'm going to go. And this is a nice little boat ramp. Excuse me, right here in the parking area. So I'll get this and I'll go there. Now let's see if I can zoom in here. See, this is the boat. This is the boat launch right here, or right here. Boat launch right here, and this is all parking. Let's see if I can. There we go. There you go. Okay, let's look at the lake from the roadside. So you see, we were driving by. We're like, oh, that looks like a nice place to go canoeing. That's just one end of the lake. I'm like, yeah. Come down here. And see, this is the boat ramp right here. There's the boat ramp. Hey, it looks like he's a Siamese twin. No, it's just a double glitch. Judy says beautiful. Yeah, it looked nice. It looked nice. It's like, okay, and see, plenty of parking. Especially if I go in the week, I'll bet you there's going to be nobody there. So I'll be able to park right over here and launch my boat, and let's go back over here. So there we go. Typical New England lake. So I'm like, yeah. So that's where I'm going to go. That's my next stop. That is my next stop. And I'll bring the camera, and I'll the GoPro. I'll put it up on there, and I'll show you. I'll take you with me. Drew Lake in Hopkinton. Hopkinton's a nice little town. We thought we'd like to live there. It's a bit on the liberal side, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful old town. Itty bitty town. They got the state fair, Hopkinton State Fair. Ain't been there since the kids were little. They were really little. Hell, that was before our youngest was born. So that had been over 25 years, because our youngest is 26. So it was over 25 years ago the last time, because we brought the other Passel with us, but the youngest wasn't born yet. Yep. So that's my plans for that. I'll get out there and I'll bring the GoPro, and we'll be fine. Now let's talk about, it's about a half hour in, we'll talk about the sheriff in Northern California. In California, it's the sheriffs that issue the concealed carry permits. And from what I understand, there's a lot coming out about this. From what I understand, they're given a lot of leeway. They can stipulate where and when you can carry. They list on the permit what guns you're allowed to carry. In other words, you pay, normally how it's done is, as long as the gun is approved in the state of California. But I heard that you can bring in from outside as well. But I'm not going to get into those quibbles. You choose what you carry. And then each of the sheriffs, I've heard from 2 to up to 6 different counties are supposedly offering different amounts of weapons that you can put on there. So you go, okay, you've got to be trained, and you can only carry, let's say, 3. you pick 3 sidearms, and those are the only 3 that you can carry. And not only that, it's not just like, let's say it's my Beretta. It's not my Beretta M9. It's not any Beretta M9. You know, it's not any Beretta M9. It's the Beretta M9 with serial number XYZ104996 or whatever. You know what I mean? It's got to be that exact firearm. So it's not even like you trained with this type of gun and therefore you can carry it. No, it's got to be that exact gun. That's bullshit. That is complete horseshit. They treat concealed carry permits with greater restriction than driver's licenses, and driver's licenses isn't a fucking right. You don't have the right to drive on public roads. You have the right to travel. Yep. So you can be in a bicycle, or you can ride a horse, and you can. But if you're going to operate a motor vehicle on public roads, you've got to be licensed. That's just the way it is, and that's not against the Constitution. You might want to argue that one way or the other. I don't know. But it's not. But to keep and bear arms, that's the second part. To keep and bear arms is a fucking right. So they're going to license you to a right and then restrict what you're going to carry? That's bullshit. That's against the Constitution. Thou shalt not infringe. Now, this sheriff went even further. He is banning, this man is banning, he will not issue a permit for any handguns equipped with a red dot sight, weapons-mounted lights, those are little flashlights that are underneath the barrel, and even single-action only 1911 and 211 style pistols. See, now we're getting into some nitty-gritty. A lot of people don't even know what the hell that is. Ooh, let me explain it to you. A 1911 is a pistol designed by John Browning. And people go, oh, no, actually before 1911, but Laurel says, is he appointed or elected? Sheriffs are elected. Sheriffs are elected. And he's been in there since, I think, close to 15 years now. But John Browning designed the 1911. And that's when it was patented, 1911. So it was designed, no, it was designed earlier, but whatever. John Browning did 1911. When I was first in the Army, when I was enlisted, my first pistol was a 1911, 45 caliber. Then we switched over to the Beretta. It's a 9mm. I was fortunate enough to be able to use both of them. I love both of them. They're fine. I prefer the Beretta. I got a lot of reasons for it. I prefer the Beretta. However, you can get a 1911. Generally has 7 to 9 rounds. Usually 7 or 8 rounds is, typical for a 1911. Because they're big. It's a 45. It's a single stack. That means it's a single stack. The magazine only holds one bullet on top of the other. And you can get them slicked. I call them slicked. In other words, they're raced out. They're like a competition gun. They're ported. They're super slick, like glass. Virtually no recoil. Okay? They're called a flat shooting gun. When you say your gun shoots flat, that means the muzzle doesn't rise or doesn't rise much, which means follow-up shots are a lot quicker. Now, that makes you shoot faster because it takes less time to put the sight on target again. Okay, now we enter what's called the 2011. The 2011, see, if I had some more money, and it's on my list to get, I'm going to get myself a 2011. Laurel says, I love the 1911. 1911s, they shoot, I say, 9mm are snappy. They're snappy, and if you're shooting the right loads, you're shooting supersonic. That's what makes the. If you ever heard like a 9mm snap, you hear it. It's breaking the sound barrier. It doesn't happen with a 45. They're shooting subsonic. It's like throwing a softball. It lobs it down there. It's funny because you can just watch it. If you're standing 45 degrees to it, and just don't concentrate too hard. Just let your eyes just wander. You can watch the rounds go down. They're flying that slow. But they both shoot great. I like them. They're fine. I prefer the Beretta. But there's a caveat. The 2011s came around. 2011s are a 1911 that's been slicked, been ported, and it's a double stack. Now, double stack is where instead of having one row, so they're thinner, you got two rows. Or actually, they zigzag, like with the Beretta. So you get 15 rounds in the same spot that you would get 8 rounds otherwise. See how that works? Well, the 2011s took care of the capacity issue. Now, 2011s are extremely popular in the shooting sports, target shooting. But when I say target shooting, I'm not talking about Olympic target shooting. I'm talking about they set up a course, and you go, and it's timed, and you have to think of cowboy action shooting, but you're on the move, and you're shooting real ammunition. Cowboy action shooting ain't shooting real ammunition. They're shooting puff loads. That's why they shoot so fast, because there's no recoil in cowboy action shooting. If you took a standard 6-shooter with a standard load and tried to cowboy action shoot, you can't quick draw, you can't shoot follow-up shots the way they do in cowboy action. The reason they do it's because they call their puff loads. There's just enough powder to make the bullet leave the gun and go a reasonable distance. Because they're shooting steel targets, they just want to make the target ring. It's not about accuracy. Man-sized target, close up, shooting really fast, it's fun. Now, these other shooting competitions use real loads. Standard ammunition. Hot. Well, the times are getting faster, and you're running like an obstacle course, and you got to hit different targets, and it's like cowboy action shooting on steroids. It's pretty cool. But if you don't have a slicked up gun, most of them used race guns. Now, race guns are, again, they're ported, they're polished, they're slick, their triggers are made more they're lighter. They're called race guns. Well, the 2011 is a race gun, but not really. The Beretta 9mm is about the closest thing anybody's going to get to a race gun because of how smooth it is and how little recoil it has. It used to be a popular gun in these shooting sports competitions because it shoots really good, which is why I carry one. Because they shoot really good. Super accurate, easy follow-up shots. They do have recoil, but it's very manageable. A lot less recoil than a 1911. Different. It's snappier. It's different. It's a different recoil. But whatever. The 2011s took care of all these problems. So you're shooting a 45. And this is how fast, and this isn't with a force reset trigger. This is just their standard trigger. This is how fast you can shoot either a 1911 that's been raced, which was the precursor to the 2011s, or a 2011. This is how fast you can shoot. Pop, 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 until that's it. I'm gonna see if there's a guy online, and that's all he does is he just shoots 2011s. See if I can find. Now, in competitions, they don't shoot that fast. They do not shoot that fast. Only people having fun at a range shoot that fast. In shooting competitions, they just go pop 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 pop. So basically, you don't need to go pop 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 because that's not what's needed. Now when you're shooting in a competition or in real life, you never need to shoot as fast as the gun is capable of doing. Now, I'm going to show this guy. This guy is called Pew View. I'm going to show you him shooting some 2011s. He is arguably one of the fastest and best 2011 guys out there. But you don't shoot this fast in competition. You shoot this fast just to shoot fast. Okay? Hey, Kay, welcome to the show. Let's go here. Now, did you see that? The muzzle didn't even rise. It shoots flat.
Everybody thinks that their 2011 is the best 2011 until they see this list. Today, through the process of elimination, we're going to find out who makes the top 5 2011s that are going to make you.
Let's see. He shoots about the same with all of them. I'm just trying to see whether we can get.
So obviously, you guys know I did the trick for you side. Another edition Apache because also it's awesome.
Okay, come on now. You don't need to hear this. I just want. There you go.
How to this? I gotta go. No ports. Again, phenomenal guns. Both of these were rated a 9.2 in the 60-second peer review. So awesome guns. There's just
now, did you see that?
Options. This
Watch that again.
So for that, this is out. Which by default, the regular Kimbers also gotta go. No ports. Again, phenomenal guns. Both of these were rated a 9.2 in the 60-second peer review. So awesome guns. There's just better options.
Okay. That's how fast you can shoot these guns. But even in competition, you're not shooting it that fast. And in real world situations, you're not shooting it that fast. Why? There's too many bullets hitting the same point. You're wasting your ammunition. This is the type of gun that the sheriff in California will not give you a permit to carry. He will not give you a permit to carry if you have let's say you have a Glock. I'll go SIG. You have a SIG with a flashlight mounted underneath it. He won't give you a permit for it. Why? If you have a SIG with a red dot on the top, he won't give you a permit for it. Why? It's bullshit. That's why. It's bullshit. Now, I'm going to throw another curveball in there that's going to make you fucking just shake your head. You know these 2011s? The most popular 2011 for police departments is the Staccato. It is like the granddaddy. It is the gun. Now there's a lot of other guns that are out there that are as good as the Staccato. Some cost more, some cost less. SIG's come out with a race. The 2011 is it's gorgeous. It's a good gun, and I've sold them. But did you notice I said police departments? Yeah, police departments are issuing Staccatos. Let me say that again. Police departments are issuing Staccatos. He refuses to issue carry permits for civilians that own Staccatos. Now, that doesn't mean they can't own one. They just can't carry it. Well, what the fuck is that horse shit? You should be able to carry everything that you own. It's unconstitutional otherwise. So, this jack wagon has been taken to federal court. So we'll see how that plays out. Now, was there any questions in there about anything that I had presented? I'll field questions and answer them the best I can. Oh, I'd like me a nice 2011. SIG's 2011 is pretty cool. It's got a 3D printed God, I forget what it's called. It's late. It's not a suppressor, but it vents the gases up. It's 3D printed. It's metal, but it's 3D printed. It's pretty cool. Compensator. There we go. It's got a 3D printed compensator at the end of the barrel. It is fucking awesome. The gases come down out of the barrel. They come down and then up channel at a V. Steadies it right and left, pushes it down. It's 3D printed. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Boy, she's slick. Now, these 2011s are so slick that you can rack them by just doing this, like that. you can chamber around. Now, it takes practice, but you can do it. That's how smooth and free the top slide is. It's just amazing. When I was selling them, I used to tell people, it's like, here, put it in your hand. There you go. And then go, okay, don't mess with it. Okay, look at me. Okay. Now rack the slide. And they rack the slide. They always get a big ass grin on their face because it's like nothing. It's like these guns to rack the slide. If you take your hand like this, as if you got a gun in it, just like this, take your other hand on the top of it like that, do this. That's literally how it feels. That's literally how it feels. There is nothing to it. It's like it makes you giggle. It makes you giggle. Like I said, there's guys and they'll take it out of they won't chamber around. They'll put it in their holster and they won't chamber around. And they'll take it out of their holster and then they'll do that with it and chamber around just by moving the gun. Like, again, it takes some force because you're dealing with kinetic energy, but you can do it. Let's see if I can find see if I can find a video of them doing it. It's funny as shit. Oh, yeah, it's called air racking. It's called air racking. Here we go. It's pretty fucking cool. And this is a staccato right here.
Show clear. Load it up. Air rack. Bad man.
Watch it. Watch that again. Watch that again.
Show clear. Load it up. Air rack. Bad man. Blood.
Tell me that doesn't make you giggle. That's not using your hand. That's not pressing it. That's just air racking it. That's just moving the damn thing fast forward and back. And you can chamber around. These guns are they are sweet. They are sweet. Now, there's a caveat to that. their tolerances are a lot closer. In other words, you've got to keep them clean. Laura says that's pretty sweet. Dang right it is. Like I said, you rack it. You saw him show you that there was no round in it. But it's like, again, it's pretend you have a gun in your hand. You take your top and go like this. That's about how it feels. You feel nothing. You feel nothing. Your hand's just there, just moving it. You might as well not have anything in your hands. It is super slick. Oh. But yeah, those are the types of firearms he won't issue a permit for. Or, like I said, even just a regular one. You have just a regular SIG and you can't put a red dot on it. Fuck you. Who the hell are you? Who the hell are you? And who the hell is the state to tell anybody how many they can? Here's what I'll say. When you get a driver's license, they don't list, okay, show me 3 cars that you own and let me see that you're trained to drive them. Those 3 cars, and I'm going to take the VIN number on those 3 cars, and those are the 3 cars that you can drive. No, you can't drive your buddy's car. You can't drive your pickup truck. You got an extra one. No. You can have as many as you want. You just can't drive anything but those 3. That's exactly what they're doing with firearms. Oh, we'll issue a permit, but we're going to restrict what guns we're going to do it for, and those are the only guns. And not only, and it's not even like you're licensed for a Honda Accord. No. It's not like, oh, gee, one of my guns is my Beretta with these serial numbers. I can use any Beretta M9 because they're all the same. Nope, it's got to be that one. And if this officer finds you carrying something that you're not licensed to be carrying or any other, see, that's the whole thing is he can't arrest you for, let's say you're from another county and you've got 2 guns and one of those guns is ones that he won't give a permit for. He can't arrest you for carrying that gun as long as it's on your permit. If it's not on your permit, he can arrest you. Same vice versa. But that's bullshit. Judy says they're keeping track of guns. They look, I'll be honest. There's a registry. Registries are illegal. There's a registry. Every state has a registry, and the federal government has a registry. When you go and when you get your background check and they're buying the gun and shit like that, the numbers go in. Look, I sold guns. The numbers go in. Oh, but the federal government, they don't keep this information. You're full of shit. If you don't think they're keeping this, you think they just go, okay, we're going to approve it, and poof, gone. We're not even going to keep track of this shit. You're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. And you know what happens when every so often when you get your new firearms license, you have to renew them. All your old records, they're taken. You think that they're just storing them someplace and they never look at them? Why do they take them? It's like people aren't thinking. There's registries. When I sold every gun that I sold, the type, serial number, and the person and their address and other goodies were all submitted to the federal government. Yep. They know exactly what gun you bought. So like I said, it's not, the government already has this information anyways. And these concealed carry permits, it's another registry, but they already knew anyways. The data's out there. Unless it was a private sale, if you went through an FFL, God, yeah, they got your information. Again, tonight's coffee is a special edition Dubai chocolate strawberry from Paramount Roasters. It's yummy. Yeah, it's all crazy. It's all crazy. They need to do away with background checks. Oh my God, and the criminals, they're already getting them. It's like, are you fucking crazy? These criminals who shouldn't have guns, they're already getting guns. They're just not getting them from FFL dealers. They're getting guns. Oh, it'll make it easier. Well, maybe not. But stop and think about it. These criminals are getting guns, usually stolen at discount prices. So they're going to suddenly criminals are just going to flock and pay more money at an FFL dealer that's selling at market value. Again, people aren't talking. They're not thinking this through. It's not good. It's not going to, in any meaningful way, increase the number of guns that criminals have. Nope. Because if you're a criminal, why the fuck would you go to a dealer for a gun when you can get... Why would you pay $600 for a pistol that you can pay $150 on the street for? Why would you do that? I mean, you're a fucking criminal. Why would you pay? People are not thinking this through. What the hell do I know? What the hell do I know? I always get it, you know, it's and that's the whole thing with the Trump thing. It's like I don't make predictions and I don't just spout out opinions without thinking things through. When I posted up the other day what I thought about Trump and his Iran policies and what's happening, it's not that I was just talking out my ass and I didn't know. People go, "Oh, you didn't wait long enough." How long are you supposed to fucking wait? I've watched this play out. How many times has he gone back and forth? How many fucking times? It's like I waited long enough before I gave my views on the situation. And I tell you, if I'd given my views on Monday when everybody was talking about the shit, people would have said I was full of shit. But I waited until Friday after everything I knew what was going to happen. I knew they weren't going to go to fucking Switzerland. People only want to see what they want to see. And then again, all these people that think I'm a smart guy, I dare say something about Trump or I disagree with a policy and suddenly I don't know my ass from a hole in the ground. I've told people all the time, if you disagree with me on something, the first thing that you need to do is go, what am I missing? Because I overthink everything. Everything. If I don't know, I'll say I don't know. So if I give my view, I've done the research. I know what I'm talking about. Now, you may disagree with my end analysis. That's fine. But the basic facts ain't gonna be different. I'm gonna be spot on. Now, nothing that I said. And I'll tell you, I got more people messaging me telling me I was spot on than the jackwagons that just wanted to message me and say I'm a little bitch and I'm this and that and I'm stupid and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about and I'm an asshole. It's like, okay, you didn't address anything that I said. And that's what it is. So when I shut down the comments, it wasn't that, hell, you folks know that. I don't shut down comments just because people disagree with me. I shut down comments for bad behavior. I am not there to be abused. And I'm sorry, if you allow this shit to happen, then you're a little bitch. If you don't allow it to happen, you're not a bitch, you're a coward. No, you're standing up and saying, I ain't putting up with this shit. I don't get paid to, and even if I didn't make a dime or if I, whatever, even if I made a lot of money, no, that's not the purpose of my, just like the people that, I got sent messages. I've been following you for a while, and I agree with everything you, with most, the vast majority of things you say, and blah, blah, blah. But since you closed something to comments, I just can't follow you anymore. It's like, excuse me, then see you later, alligator. Bye, Felicia. If your only purpose is that you have to be able to post on everything, I'd already asked that in the past. I've asked it several times. If I just close down comments, I just put my commentary, would you follow me? It's about 50-50. And that's pretty good odds. That's pretty good odds. 50-50. There's people that would still follow me. But if you go 50-50, I'm cutting half my audience out there. So I just do the best I can. Because again, I'll say this again. Laura says I would. Thank you. A lot of people would. I'll say this again and risk sounding like an egotistical asshole. But the God's honest truth is, I don't have a Facebook page because I give a shit what other people think. I have a Facebook page to put what I think. It's not fucking, it's not the Cowboy's saloon. I'm just going to toss some shit out there and have at it, folks. No, it's the Whiskey Cowboy. These are my opinions, my commentary. Take it for what you think it's worth. I allow people to comment because that's the nature of social media. But there's times when I have to restrict it to followers only, and sometimes nobody. Because of the mess that I am unwilling and should not have to clean up. Because people can't behave themselves. And no, it's not just a problem on the left. I always love it. I'll post up something. Somebody did something bad. People jump in, oh, that's the typical left. Motherfucker, it was somebody on the right. How do you like them apples? People are people. Now, granted, on the left, they tend to have a lot more of certain things. But that doesn't mean that there aren't a bunch of jackwagons on the right. And I ain't going to put up with that shit just because we're on the same team. Because you know what? Again, if you agree with me 98% of the time, and then that one thing that you disagree with me, you lose your freaking mind, and then you want to lose all civility and all this, I've followed you, I like your content, I've been sharing your shit, and you're a smart guy, and then suddenly I'm not that same guy because you fucking disagree with me on one thing, you're an idiot. Thank you for supporting my content, but you're an idiot. And good luck in the real world. Good luck. Can you imagine that standard? Everybody else in your life? Your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, your kids, your friends. Yeah, there's probably going to be a lot more that you disagree with than people who follow my content disagree with me on things. Most of them agree with the vast majority of the shit I say. Follow me, don't follow me. Don't give a shit. I need followers. I need interactions. But I don't need, nor will I put up with shit-flinging monkeys. Not doing it. Not doing it. Take that shit someplace else. I'm not going to be your verbal punching bag. You wouldn't do that shit in the real world. And that's another thing. That's another thing. All these, oh, you're a little bitch. Yeah? Funny, I ain't never had anybody call me a little bitch to my face. And it's not that I go around puffing. Again, folks know me. I'm the nicest guy. I'm jovial. I'm happy. Quick with a joke. Quick with a little wink. Friendly guy. Easy to get along with. The older I get, though, my fuse gets shorter. I don't put up with shenanigans. I don't put up with hogwash. Nope, ain't got time for that shit. Take that someplace else. Then you'll find out the other side of John. Then you'll find out, and you'll find out quick. And it's kind of a proven fact. I meet people fucking shit their pants. Well, maybe figuratively. By just talking at them. Not even making any physical threats. Talking at them. So who's a little bitch? Ain't me. And it's not because I'm a bully and I go pushing my way. I don't. I don't got the time for that either. Why bother? Don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care what you think about me. Just be nice. Be civil. It's that simple. So I don't put up with that shit. Don't put up with it. Duh. What's that? Fucking people. God. Oh my goodness. Brings me to my other topic that I wanted to get done today. Tulsi Gabbard, she made two file drops as she was leaving office. And she didn't drop anything we didn't already know. Laurel says, get off my lawn. Yeah. I'm the nicest guy in the world. Just don't think my shit's yours and don't disrespect me. But, yeah, the government knew about COVID-19 was not the China virus, in spite of what people said. And I pointed this out back when it was in full swing. It was a virus that was initially worked on by the United States government. Since gain of function became illegal to do by law for the United States, they pass a law, you cannot do gain of function. They fucking didn't stop. They didn't stop. And the government knew they didn't stop. Then some politicians found out, hey, we got a facility here that's doing gain of function. You need to stop that shit. So what they do, they packed it up and they sent it to China, Wuhan, China, who they'd done work with in the past and who was also doing gain of function research concerning the coronavirus. And we paid them, but they were warned, hey, you shouldn't be doing that with them. They don't take care of their security precautions well. They're sloppy. They didn't care. Paid them anyways. And we've got these facilities, various places around the world, to include the Ukraine. Yeah, to include Ukraine. In the middle of a fucking war, and we didn't shut it down. Still operating. Doing this type of research. It's still being done in the United States. It's being done in Colorado. I posted up that earlier in the year, two foreign nationals that worked for the United States government in a virology and scientific facility in Colorado were arrested for illegally smuggling in the same viruses that we shouldn't be working on, according to law. They were arrested. This shit ain't stopped. And people, and they call it it's the Democrat virus. Oh, yeah? Who the fuck was president in 2019? Anyone want to give a guess? Who the fuck was president in 2019? Donald J. Trump. Who was in charge of the federal government in 2019? Donald J. Trump. 2019, before the virus supposedly got hit, they ran a wargaming scenario. I call it wargaming. of what would happen if a virus that's looked an awful lot like COVID-19 was to be released. What would it look like? They played it right out. Guess what? Happened exactly like what happened in the following year. To include the push for vaccines, to include shutdown of businesses and the destroying of economies. That everything was they knew. And you notice how silent Donald Trump was during 2019 about everything? Yeah. He knew. Everybody's like, "Oh, Biden, he pardoned Fauci and all these other people." Yeah, he did. He did. Oh, he auto-penned. I don't care if it was auto-penned anyways. They would have been pardoned. Why? Because everybody's knee-deep in this shit. You can't tell me. This shit has been going on for multiple administrations, both Democrat and Republican. Now, here's the kicker. I'm not even saying that's a bad thing. It's routine to do virology and testing and stuff. Why? So that if something comes up that the enemy's spread out there, you got to know how to handle it. This is how it all works. Biological weapons as well as any other weapon system. Everybody's working on it. And if you think the U.S. is the only one, you're stupid. They're all working on it. There is a shit soup out there that can get out of hand really fucking quick. The problem I have with it is them lying about it and acting like anybody that pointed this out, they were conspiracy theorists and they were putting out misinformation. No, they're not. No, they're not. Here's another factoid. If you crunch the numbers, you'll find out that the actual deaths that occurred during 2019, 2020, the COVID years, weren't significantly larger than the years that preceded them. Nope. And if you follow back, you've seen spikes every few years where death tolls rise. Due to tuberculosis, due to the common flu. They're the two biggest killers, the common flu and tuberculosis. Most people don't even think about tuberculosis. A lot of years, tuberculosis kills way more fucking people. Nobody hears about it. Nobody hears about it. So you develop a gain of function. In other words, it was a virus that's not found in naturally to be able to affect humans. You gain the function of now being able to affect humans. And it was easily transmitted. And that's out there. Now what they did on top of that is they go and they start testing everybody. When there was no mass testing for influenza. People who I don't even feel any symptoms. Why would I get tested? Well, as soon as COVID-19 came around, everybody was getting tested. And if anything popped up, you had COVID-19. You have no baseline. I pointed this out during, there's no baseline. You just now know who's been exposed to what you think is COVID-19. The test that came back, they said COVID-19, you test positive for COVID-19. They went back later and retested them. It wasn't COVID-19. It was the latest strain of flu. That's how you know. That's why, oh, gee, suddenly flu deaths went to zero? How do fucking flu deaths go to zero? They didn't. They didn't. But now, a shit ton more deaths are added in, normal flu deaths, and then people you died of COVID-19. No, you died with COVID-19. Comorbidities does not mean that you died of. The biggest case that comes up, people like the motorcycle guy. Didn't have any symptoms of COVID. Died in a motorcycle accident. They tested him. He tested positive for COVID, but didn't have any symptoms before his death. But since he died and he tested positive for COVID, guess what column he got put in? That's right, COVID-19 deaths. They were going around telling doctors, you need even this is how stupid it got. Even if they did not test positive for COVID, if they could have come in contact with somebody that had COVID and they died, list them as COVID. Yeah, it was getting that stupid. This is documented shit. This is what pisses me off about the whole COVID thing. It wasn't the fact that the government was working on viruses. They've been doing that since before World War I. Think they fucking stopped? I'm not even arguing whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. It is a thing. And there's there's arguments being made that it has to be done. But if it does, you better be doing it right. Okay? It wasn't done right. It was done sloppy. It was done fucking sloppy. And then when the virus got out, then the game about, oh, it's China, China. They were subcontracted out. It was the American virus made in China. American virus with a little teeny fucking sticker on the bottom says made in China. But it's an American product. COVID-19 was an American product. Bought and paid for by the U.S. taxpayer. That's what pisses me off. The lies. The lies. But that's why nobody's going to, Fauci's not going to, nobody is going to be held accountable for this. They tried to sweep that shit underneath the rug. Move on, forget about it. There are so many people involved, nobody. When shit gets that deep, nobody's going to be held accountable. Chaps my ass. Yeah, chaps my ass. But that's just the way it is. It's not whether I like it or not. It just is. Laurel says, we had COVID before my husband died. I was surprised that COVID wasn't the cause of death on the death certificate. They actually listed the true cause. No, that's good. That's good. And that's like the whole thing, too, about respirators. Oh, my, and I wrote about this shit, too. Respirators were killing people. COVID wasn't killing people. It was the respirators that were killing people. So I told people, I don't care how bad you're feeling, do not let them get you on a respirator. And they fucking knew it. They knew it. How do you know it? Because they were running articles stating that New York City hospitals lack respirators. See, because they don't have enough respirators to go around. And then a month later, they realize, oh shit, they got 50 of them in a back room and they're not using them. That's right. Because they know, it wasn't lack of respirators. They know as soon as you put somebody on the respirator and they had these various things, it was usually more than just COVID, the chances of them dying greatly increased. That's the same way as masks. Masks didn't do anything. There wasn't a single fucking R95 masks. R95 masks don't do shit. Now, how do you know? Fucking go do your research. Fauci knew. Everybody fucking knew. And those were the ones they were pushing. Those are the good masks. Let's say that those masks worked. They'd only work for 45 minutes. People were wearing them for days, weeks. But here's the kicker. The COVID virus is so small, the fibers of the mask could not stop it. The only way it would stop is if they just, accidentally, just randomly hit one of the fibers. They were that small. It was a psyops. Fauci even admitted it. He came out early on and he said, no, masks don't do anything. He came out. The videos are probably still out there. He came out, national TV, in an interview. He goes, yeah, the masks don't do anything, but it gets people in the habit of doing something and following instructions. That's his words. It was a fucking psyop. So then he comes out and it's like, okay, and then you got to use something yet. Even a bandana. A bandana? That's only going to stop spittle. You can smoke a cigarette inhale it, blow it out through a fucking bandana, and still have smoke. It ain't stopping shit but spittle. And spittle isn't how the virus was transmitted. And then everybody else fell for the fucking game too. If you were that worried about such a deadly virus, you would not be so casual in your handling of PPE. You wouldn't take your gloves and your mask and just throw them on the ground next to the fucking shopping carts and have them pile up there. You wouldn't do that. If it was truly that deadly, you wouldn't do that. So the people professing to believe it and were deathly afraid of it really weren't. Your actions show what you really think about it, not your words. The whole thing fucking... I wrote article after article after article. They're out there. A lot of them are still on Facebook, not all of them. I suffered ban after ban after ban after ban for speaking the truth. We're just supposed to fucking just throw everything out. Everything we know out. Look, anybody that's been in the military has gone through nuclear, biological, and chemical training. We understand cross-contamination. We understand how things work. None of it made any sense. Laurel says, I was wondering where all the hazmat containers were. There weren't. Towards, part of the way in, they'd have like fucking cardboard boxes with a bag in it. Here you go, put your stuff here. But it wasn't even to the point of, if you've been in a hospital and you've seen how they have their lock boxes with the secure stuff, it wasn't even that. Nobody was taking this seriously. Nobody. They claimed they were, and they were putting out all sorts of bullshit information. And then the data's coming out. The areas that didn't lock down, the areas that didn't have masks, they didn't have any significant differences in any. Some numbers were a little bit higher. Some numbers were a little bit lower. It was all within the margin of error. There was no difference between lockdown areas and not lockdown areas. Lockdown countries and not lockdown countries. What you saw is in higher population areas, whether it was lockdown or not, you saw more cases. No shit, right? That's kind of how things work. And then when people were saying, well, why don't we just let natural immunity and herd immunity, herd. Yeah, I'm tired. Yeah. No, that doesn't. You need a shot. Why? And then 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot more. Shots forever? You're fucking insane. Oh, this is going to take care of it. Didn't take care of it. And then we started seeing heart problems and blood problems, coagulation in the blood, and all sorts of shit that was not natural. It's like, that's like the whole thing of frickin' flu shots. You want to take a flu shot? Go ahead, take a flu shot. Know right off the bat, there's a good chance it doesn't affect the common current strain. A lot of times it's not the strain that's out there. But you go ahead and take it thinking it's going to protect you. Oh, it's going to make it better. It's really? Maybe. Maybe not. One thing's for sure, it does have a side effect. Has multiple. One of the biggest ones is GBS. Guillain-Barré syndrome. It mimics a stroke. My father had it. My father still had slight paralysis on one side of his face the day he died because he had a flu shot years earlier. If he had the flu, he may or may not survive, but most people that get the flu survive. If people act like, oh, the flu's something new. Growing up, you knew families. No, 3 of them have flu. They're all at home. They're They're sick. They're drinking their liquids and they're having their chicken soup and they're shitting themselves. It's like, yeah, the flu. It's not. It sucks. It sucks. It wasn't anything fucking new. Oh, grandma died of the flu. Yeah. Grandparents have been dying of the flu for fucking ever. Yeah. So what do? If you're feeling sick, don't see your grandparents. That doesn't mean that you're not going to take the bug to them otherwise, but when you're sick or you got a family member and your kids are sick or your spouse, don't go see your folks. This was common. This was common. You didn't need to kill an entire damn economy over sensible shit. Do what you were always doing. If you don't feel, it's like now even old people weren't. I never saw anybody unless they had like an immune deficiency or they had cancer or something. They were going through chemotherapy. You never saw people walking around with fucking masks. Masks are a psychological boogeyman, and they affect people. When you see them, they affect people. It was part of the psyops. Now you're training another generation of, oh no, we're going to walk around wearing masks. And then they became fashionable. It's like, that is evil. That is fucking evil. Masks, fashionable. Get your custom designed masks. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you're really afraid of this shit. Again, tonight's coffee is special edition from Paramount Roasters. It's called Dubai Chocolate Strawberry. It's pretty good. But what does the cowboy know? Ain't a single article I published in those years been proven wrong. And then the two file dumps from Tulsi before she left office just verified everything that I had already posted, and a bunch of us already freaking knew. Come on. Come on. What are you going to do? So what'd everybody do on the last couple days that I wasn't around? I didn't have any show. Sunday, nobody showed up. So I closed that down. Wednesday, I closed it down on Tuesday. I just wasn't in the mood. No, I just want to relax. I don't want to be one of those days where I've been having a rough couple weeks and I'm just dreading, 8 o'clock. Or should I say 7:30, because that's when I come up to the studio. 7:30. I just said, no, I'm just going to relax. Everybody's quiet. Yep. Goodness gracious. Laura said Sunday I was in New York. Wednesday I went to bed early. See, she's the only one that's participating. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. How's about those 2011s? Ain't they something? So, yeah, that sheriff, he's facing a lawsuit, and that's going to open up the door for a lot of other stuff. It's like, Mm-hmm. Hey, Peggy. Peggy says, hey there. Hope that everyone celebrated Father's Day as we did. I took the missus for a drive, and then I had my special meal. I chose this year. I did the steak. It had ribeye on the grill. I grilled the ribeye. The missus made some shrimp. She put it's a barbecue season. It's a honey barbecue seasoning. It's a little spicy too. And then she pan fries it in butter. It's nice. Tater tots and asparagus. A couple beers. Then I had double chocolate cake for dessert. Drew says, I've been off for the past 4 days, been getting a lot of gardening done and relaxing. Good. Fantastic. Should be a good growing year. Man, it's a good grass year. Holy crap. Holy crap, it's a good grass year. I don't have a garden here. Ain't got enough space. Used to love having a garden. Had a garden in Manchester. Yeah, in the city, because I had a backyard. I don't have much of a backyard here. Had a garden in Manchester. Had a garden in Pennacook. Big garden in Pennacook. 5 acres there. So that's a big garden. Had a great time. No garden here. I have done bucket gardens. I've done those. Didn't do it last year. Didn't do it this year. But I've done it in the past. It's where you have your mater plants and peppers and stuff like that. Anything you can plant in a bucket. You know, those 5-gallon buckets. And then you just line them up where you need to line them up. That's good city growing right there. If you live in a city, look into bucket gardens. They're pretty cool. Yipper skipper. Peggy says, that's awesome. We had pizza. We had a lot of rain here. Yeah, we didn't. This Howard Day, it was good. It was good. We said, yeah, we're supposed to have storms coming in. Mm-hmm. Got up and about noon. I was about part of the way through the drive, and I started getting pain in my lower back. It's really my back hip bone on the left-hand side. And a beautiful sky. Big fluffy clouds, beautiful sky. It's a beautiful day. Then I got home, and it started to get worse. And then mid-afternoon, the pain went to the middle of the back, right across the middle of the back. Like, oh, we got something coming. And then shortly thereafter, boom, we had a boomer come through. Fast and hard. Didn't last long. 5 minutes. And it was gone. We're in a weird weather pattern here. I miss a good thunderstorm. Again, moving up from Oklahoma, we had some boomers down there. Up here, especially where I live now, we're in a weird weather pattern. And they just skirt around. We'll see some maybe in the distance. We'll hear them, but they don't. We've been here for 10 years, and we've had maybe two decent thunder showers. Some real boomers. That last the night. Do it right. The rest of them is like, yeah, lead up and nothing. Yeah. And that's what it was today. Then it was gone. And then it turned out beautiful again. Just a beautiful sky. That's how it was. It's a beautiful day. Except for that interruption. Yes, sir. But I hope everybody else had a good Father's Day. It was quiet. It's quiet here. Just checking up stuff, see if I got any messages. And I didn't. Did not. Check that out. Yes, I'm tired of dealing with assholes and retards. Assholes and retards. I have never felt here you go. I have never felt the need. I've never felt the need to post on anybody else's page when I disagreed with them. Never felt the need. Never felt the need to go to their page and call them names or send them messages. Oh, shit, I see something that I can't comment on. I'm going to send them a message and tell them what a fucking asshole they are. Never felt the need. It doesn't make you tough shitting all over the place, especially online. Are you kidding me? Really? It doesn't make you tough. It doesn't make you tough telling me that you think I'm a this or that because you couldn't post on something that I put out there. No, it just makes you a childish jackwagon. Again, you disagree with something. Hey, say you disagree. Do it in a constructive way. If not, get the fuck out of here. It ain't that difficult. Not much. So yeah. So I had 50 folks leave me. They left me. But we got them and then some. Got them and then some. Yeah, it is what it is. So what else? We got about 20 more minutes. I kind of muddled through. Peggy missed all the good stuff. All the good stuff. I still have to decide what I want to fill my canoe. All the cracks and shit. I got to use Bondo with some hair in it and stuff like that. Yeah, it's fine. And there was some other stuff for boats, and I was just like, it's in the same price range. But then it's like, no, you're not supposed to gel coat. No, I got to paint over the outside of it. I don't want to use something and then use something else. It's just a canoe. There's people out there. They're just using Bondo, sanding it smooth again, and then spray painting the damn thing. It's like, I'm doing better than that. I'm going to use actual marine paint. You know, kind you roll on. You saw it. I got it. Red. But I don't need it. I just need it sealed up and waterworthy. I want to get out there with the big boat again. Out there with the big boat. Get out there, kneel. Have a good time. The funny thing about the boats is now my Phoenix is 14 and a half feet. The Lincoln is 16. Peggy says it's exhausting, isn't it? I've limited my time on Facebook because of it. Yeah, it is, but it's part of how I try to make an income. Yeah. I'm just over $300 now for the last month on Facebook. That's it. That's it. I was starting to make respectable money until the post in January, and then they shut me down in February. Again, I went from 25 million views a month to just over 1 million. And I've worked up now. Now I think I'm at 5.5 million views in the last month. But still, I went from 25 million. I went from my biggest month earner was I think just over $1,500. It's like, yeah, down to I'm just over 300. Excuse me. Boy, got that one. Yeah. and this is up. I made less last month. Whatever. I'll tell you about the canoes. My North Star is lighter, faster, but she really tippy. And she's fine. She's fine. But the Lincoln, she's 16 foot. She's a good bit wider. She's slower, but she actually tracks nicer because she got a keel right down the bottom, and I can heel her over on her side when I'm kneeling, and run her along the secondary stability point. But I can also make her dance. I can do things with that 16-foot Lincoln that I can't do with my North Star. Because the North Star is just too tippy for me. But the Lincoln is stable. I can heel her over on her side, and I can spin her in her own length. Just spin her. I don't know, pivot. I can sort of do that with the North Star. It ain't nearly as pretty. I got to work a lot harder. That Lincoln is something. But she's heavier. She's longer. She's wider. Way more stable. I can move around in it. I can't move around. I can't move around in the North Star. I'm a big guy. So I can't move around. I can't move forward and back because she's super tippy, and it's just I'm taking up all the space. She's a sleek machine. Love her. Love that canoe. But it's a different thing than the Lincoln. The Lincoln's very old school. It's like a Prospector, but bigger. Bigger. So it's going to be nice getting her out on the water. But yeah, I don't have to have a brand new boat. I don't have to. It's just like I just need something that I can fill in and then just paint and make sure I got no leaks, and that's that. I got to check to make sure that it looked fine strength-wise. I don't think I'm going to be falling down through it. But yeah. Yep. But yeah, I can just spin that thing. Spin it. And again, it ain't as fast. She can carry a lot more weight. And she's super stable. And that matters for a lot of things. I'll probably be able to take my camera out. You know, not just my GoPro, but and I'm trying to figure out how that's going to work too, because I like to I ride my North Star flat. I don't heel her. But there's times I heel the Lincoln. Well, if it's if it's on the stand and it's up straight, and then I heel her over, well, then everything's gonna be crooked. Everything's gonna be crooked. Now you can do a little bit, and I've got it on horizon. If you've noticed, the horizon always stays. I've got a horizon stabilizing on my GoPro, so it sees the horizon, and my canoe can do this, and the horizon will stay the same. That's why you see the canoe do this, and the horizon stays the same. The camera's not on a gimbal. It's a hardware thing. It's done with a mini computer inside. It just does it. And I don't do fisheye. God, I hate that. Oh, you see a wider. Yeah, but it's barreled. It's no, just show less, do it right. Show less, do it right. People aren't going to miss. Oh, gee, you're missing 3 feet and 3 feet over here. It's like, you don't care because what you see is right. There's no barreling. There's no distortion on the sides. God, I hate fish eyes and wide angle fish eyes. It's like they think, and they do it with I'm going to go on a mountain bike and go really fast, but then everything's fish eyed and barreled on the. It's like, stop it. Ooh, it's enough to make you sick. Just do standard wide, no fisheye. What it does, it just brings it in. It's like, okay, and then done. Going to be a much better video. Much better video. I think. Because I don't like watching the other one. Do you guys like watching the other ones that have the fisheye, the barrel on it, so they can get extra wide? To me, it's a distraction. It's like being drunk or something. It's annoying to me. What about you? Laurel says no. I say no. I presume that means no, you do not like that. I do not like it at all. Judy says something on. That's the second time. It looks like Japanese stuff and then day afterwards. And this said the Japanese writing and then on. Does everybody else see her writing like that? The first time is when she was looking at the staccatos. Laurel says you are correct. Thank you. I hate being wrong. I was like, people don't say, "Oh, you don't like being corrected." No, correct me all you want. I don't like being wrong. let's not be wrong. So we correct that wrongness. But did everybody else see what Judy was writing? It's like weird Japanese shit and then on. Oh, and then I go over and it turns to S.A. Oh, let's go over the top of that. Oh, yeah. See, the other one, she wrote damn, D-A-Y-U-M. D-A-Y-U-M. And it came out as like Japanese and then day. And then this one is, she wrote S.A. Meant the same. Okay, right, you meant the same, but when it shows, does everybody else look at what she wrote? Is it like Japanese thing and then on? The same way as up before it was Japanese thing and then day, but I put my cursor over it and it changed to damn, D-A-Y-U-M. And then this one right here, it's Japanese on and it's supposed to be S-A, but she meant same. I figured that's what she meant once I went the cursor over it. Am I the only one that's seeing it like that? That's weird. Judy says crazy. It is crazy. Do you see it too? Or does yours say S-A and Dayum before? Did you see it make weird shit? Laurel says yours is weird. Mine's weird? So you don't see it? Are you saying that you didn't see it that way? Judy says mine is normal. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, let's see if I can... I can't even copy it because as soon as I put my cursor over it, it turns to what it was actually written. That's weird. That's weird. Oh, well. What you gonna do? Oh, and most people don't carry a staccato or a 2011 anyways. Why? Because they're big and heavy. I already carry a big and heavy gun. I carry a Beretta M9 with 15 rounds in it. It's a big gun. It's heavy. So I'd carry a staccato. I'd carry another 2011. That's fine. Don't make no never mind to me. It doesn't look overly big on me. Proportionally wise. I'm over 6 foot, so it is what it is. Scooby-Doo. So let's hope for a good week coming up. I don't need any more foolishness. No more foolishness. So what else we got going on? We only got about 5 more minutes. Laurel says, I need a good week with no bullshit. Yes, indeed. My only problem is if I don't keep posting, the algorithm's going to bury me. You're either growing or you're dying via the algorithm. So I got no choice. I just have to minimize the bullshit. But, yeah. Judy, were you here when I said I found the new lake to go to? Were you here during all that? Oh, can you still believe it? There's still people, they just don't get that Road Apple Media is satire. It always makes me shake my head. Yeah, it's satire. Duh. No shit. And they don't check. I always check. Judy says, yes, I'm excited about it. Okay, good. I didn't recall when you jumped in. Did not recall. I may have to, when I get Big Red out, I think I'll call her Big Red. When I get Big Red done and out on the water, I may have to bring the canoe cart with me, take it off the rack, put it on the canoe cart, load it up. I don't care if it's 100 feet, wheel it 100 feet to the shoreline, take the cart off, put the cart in the truck, and then get off. When I get in, get out, go get the cart, bring it in, load it up, wheel it to the truck, unload the canoe. She's a big canoe. Peggy says we're expecting a lot more rain this week, so I'll be finishing up the basement shower, flooring, basement. Oh, you're not done with that? But it's in, right? Isn't it in? You've been working on that for a couple weeks, right? I got a new turlet in the bathroom. I'm happy. New turlet in the bathroom. Not an expense I wanted to pay, but you got to do it. She didn't answer. There it goes. The shower's in. That's all the other stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Well, good luck with that. Good luck with that. I don't need the rain. I don't need more rain. I want to get out on the water again. I want to get out on the... Hey, last year I didn't get out once. I need to get out. I've been out twice. I've been out twice this year. Been out twice. First time I took you along with me. Second time I didn't. It was just me and my daughter. That was it. So the third time, I'll take you out with me again. I'll take you out with me. Judy says I'm going to make my dog a high-end house when I get a chance. It's been raining here too. Yeah, it's been raining everywhere. Raining everywhere. Because there's a big difference between all of our locations, and we're all getting rain. Isn't that weird? That's weird. That's weird. Not good for the arthritis. God, you get older and things start tighten up on you. Start tightening up on you. Oh well. It is what it is. We'll get through it. We will definitely get through it. Well, it's about that time. It is about that time. I'll see y'all bright and early in the morning. See what kind of messes there's left on Facebook. It was good to have a couple folks in tonight. I didn't have to. I thought I was going to have to shut it down. I got in again. It's like, there is nobody here. I let it go. I let it go about 5-10 minutes. Laurel jumped in. It's like, oh, there she goes. Okay, that's good. If it got to be much longer, I had to shut things down. Hey, no, never mind. Drew says, good night, y'all. See you on Wednesday. Indeed. Indeed. Hopefully some good news. Hopefully some good news. Everybody's having a good week. Everybody's having a good week. Peggy says good night, all, and thank you, John. You're most welcome, Peggy. You're most welcome. Peggy, Laurel, Judy, Gus, if he'd been watching, I don't know. I got to call him again. See what's up. Laurel says need to get some sleep. Long weekend. Good night, y'all. Yeah. Sleep well. Yeah, I ain't been sleeping worth a crap. Everybody needs to get some sleep. But I'm glad you had a good time, Laurel. She went to a class reunion. Was it what, your 10th year anniversary? Oh, my goodness. She goes, stop it. Stop it. All right. Well, y'all get some sleep. And next show, Wednesday. She's I wish. Yeah, no kidding. God bless and take care.